This beading lesson is all about using the right cutters. So I'm going to show you some different cutters and the types of materials that you would use with them. So the first one that we'll start with are different kinds of scissors. And scissors are definitely always used for thread and cord. And the beading scissor is the thing you want to look for with that is a stainless steel blade, and you want to make sure that you only use them for beading so that they stay nice and sharp and ready at hand when you need them. There's also a squeeze scissor that looks a little bit more like a tweezer, and a snipper, and the snipper can be used for cord as well. Now, when you're cutting memory wire, you probably already know you can't use your regular shears. You have to use memory wire shears. So these are a special cutter that are hardened to work with the tempered steel wire, and that gives it a really nice clean cut that isn't sharp. You also will need some semi-flush cutters for your jewelry making supplies. Now, semi-flush cutters are characterized by the cut that they make leaves just a small pinch on the end of the wire. Now, flush cutters are a little bit different in that they have pointier tips typically, and they also have a more beveled blade. So on the flush cutter here, the blades are pointier, and also on the inner surface they're pointier. So when you make your cut, it leaves a nice flat surface, and it creates just the tiniest of pinches on the side that you're not cutting. So when you do cut with beading wire, like I mentioned, you'll always cut against the surface. So if I wanted to cut, I'd just turn my blades against the surface that I'm cutting from, and then cut. And that means that this edge is going to be the straight edge of the wire. Now, with the semi-flush and flush cutters are pieces that you're going to use probably every day in your jewelry making. And the semi-flush are just slightly more durable because they have less of a beveled blade, but it's good to have both because they are used for different purposes, whether you're cutting beading wire or shaping wire. And that's our beading lesson about wire cutters.